Anna Kalinskaya.
Oh. 15 love.
Any difference between playing day and night here, Robbo, in terms of the speed of the conditions out there? If so, what would it be?
Slightly slower at night, not much. That's a good start. Yeah, not much. I actually was listening into Coco Gauff because she played her first day match of the tournament today, and she said the conditions are livelier, the ball just flying off the court that much more because of the heat that this court takes in the middle of the day, but very, very minor. And with the pace that Swiatek has been adding to her game,
40
probably won't make too much of a difference tonight. She's going to go all out either way.
Let's first off.
Iga's only other defeat, we mentioned the loss to Pegula she had, of course, claimed to Clara Towson in the early stages of the event in Montreal, but recovered nicely to a win in Cincinnati. En route, as we mentioned, beating the lady that is on the other side of the net tonight.
Not necessarily her natural game style, but she kind of gets sucked into wanting to hit winners. That's something that she's been working on with win per set. So I think if you've got the ability to rush her on the forehand, to open up the space to that side and then build the point from there, that's your best chance.
Yeah, she may have lost to her in Cincinnati, but that win that she had over her in Dubai came at an important time, because if you look back 18 months, Swiatek was on a really good run of form when she beat her in the semis of Dubai, 4-4. Played a lot of good attacking tennis that day at the Aviation Club. Big week in Washington. As Laura mentioned it, because her ranking had dropped to the low 40s after Wimbledon, and she hadn't been as low as that for some time. So that was an important few days in DC to build the confidence.
Yeah, had wins over Clara Towson, over Emma Raducanu in the semi-final. Just came unstuck against Fernandez.
30-all.
Spent the early afternoon walking around Central Park, did Iga. The reason I know that is because I did as well. To walk by her a couple of times.
Great minds think alike.
Well, a bit of escapism, Robert, every now and again. That's way to get away from the tennis.
She's mentioned before that Central Park is her favourite place in New York. And it's quite tough sometimes when you're playing the night match. You've got all day to think about it. You don't want to get in your own head, so walk the perfect choice. Now that's the perfect shot.
Advantage, Swiatek.
You've got to be careful if you don't hit your spot. Where this ball landed, it was kind of right in the slot for her, wasn't it? She gobbled it up.
Deuce.
Pretty flat ball striker, Kalinskaya in general.
Yeah. Yeah, not a huge amount of rotation.
Actually watched her warm up. Sat courtside for about 15 minutes. She's quite a sort of laconic personality. Doesn't sort of look as though it's too intense.
Advantage, Swiatek.
So I'm going to be playing too many of those sorts of exchanges though.
Well, Kalinskaya actually got pretty fired up in the doubles the other night. Had a few words with her opponent Peyton Stearns because there was a lack of apology, she thought, after a net cord. It's probably the most fired up I've seen her on a match court. And they resolved it in the end.
World #1 in the house. Jim Courier will be joining us a little later on for some commentary as well.
Advantage, Kalinskaya. Deuce.
Size number 11 in the world last year. Did Kalinskaya.
Fantastic depth from both.
Advantage, Kalinskaya.
And Kalinskaya making her first Grand Slam quarter-final last year at the Australian Open. That would have helped the old ranking.
Absolutely.
Big hold there.
One game on
14 points in the game. It was hard graft early on. I think I'm right in saying she's the highest ranked player yet to win a WTA Tour title, having just done a little bit of homework earlier on today. She's been close. It's made Played 3 finals, one of them, of course, a couple of weeks ago.
That's the sort of shot that Iga was struggling with in her last match, just over-pressing, especially on the forehand. I was sitting courtside and I thought she might actually go for a tighter tension just to get a little bit more rhythm back in her game and some more control.
Apologies for the loss of the score bug in his 1-game-all opening set.
Oh. 15-13.
Talk about the change of direction on the serve, Robert, because we've seen some different serves this summer.
We have. We've seen Unforced try and create some more pace on a faster surface. It started with the grass, and that was to almost take some of the natural kick out of her serve to get a bit more shoulder turn. Kalinskaya hanging in the forehand cross exchange.
30-14.
But what that's resulted in Iga Swiatek's serve placement over the last few months is that she's taken out the body serve, trying to hit the 4 wide corners instead, especially leaning into the T serve on both sides.
It's also enabled her to get the +1 forehand into play a lot more this tournament so far. Obviously only 2 rounds in, but it's been a pretty big spike in that number through 2 wins.
Game Kalinskaya.
That is far from the ideal way to start this one. Kalinskaya, if she needed a lift, has got it. Cincy a couple of weeks ago, so already matched that tally, and this is potentially a nice platform for her to build upon.
Oh. 15 love.
A few points in the previous game were gifted to Kalinskaya. And the same there. Trying to hit lines.
$15-all. Oh. 30-15.
Not got the control early on here that she wished for as she goes across to her team and shares a bit of frustration.
I can't get over the dog in the front row. Very well behaved though.
Yeah.
Kalinskaya so far has just had to play solid.
40-15.
Only the one winner on her Saturday net.
Taking off the first ball and consolidating the break in good fashion. As Kalinskaya builds on this advantage. This was a heck of a shot off a no-pace ball. You can see how much she's able to generate off that one, and then no backing off. USOpen.org. You can head there and get all the scoring, the highlights, get the stats, the draws, updated draws. We're playing, of course, for a place in the last 16 here this evening. The potential to have 5 American women in the last 16 if Anna Simova can win here today. She's in a battle right now, 1 set all on grandstand.
Love 15.
It's been 8 years, I can tell you, since we had 5 Americans on the female side in the last 16 here. But it looks as though it's on the cards.
A lot to think about in the box right now.
That's the serve.
15-all.
She's looking for, trying to get a bit of rhythm here.
Yeah, in the first 2 rounds on that ad side was going wide 41% of the time.
Which is a big difference from 12 months ago, right?
Huge. In 2024, it was 21%.
Being overpowered right now, utilising the pace.
Again, they're absolutely flying off Swiatek's racket face. You could almost see her pull off the shot on that last backhand. Unforced error count for Iga, already up to 11.
Let's for serve.
It was a return, but when she was warming up today, she practiced a lot. She got the serve, the partner, the hitting partner, hit a lot of kick serves out to the back end on the ad side, and she was stepping in exactly in the fashion she did there. She's got 2 more chances to break.
$30-14.
Pretty sure from her reaction that ball was heading to its target, and it had not been for the diversion.
I don't hear a lot from Patricia Tarabini in the player box. Tends to let her player just get on with things.
Competed at the highest level, did Patricia. She was a top 30 player herself.
Game Kalinskaya.
It's all rather disorderly right now
Kalinskaya leads
for the
4 games to
Wimbledon
1.
champion Iga
First set.
Swiatek, looking somewhat out of sorts here. Who is make life distinctly difficult in the manner in which she's approached this one. We're getting some interesting data,
15
which is
love.
telling us what, Robert? A little flatter and a little lower over the net. And Kalinskaya is hitting it right now. Is that having any impact, we think, on Iga's game right now, or is she just a little out of sorts?
15 all.
I think it's more that Swiatek is out of sorts. The net clearance from Kalinskaya, 32 inches compared to Swiatek's 37. But I think it's the unforced error count that we need to keep an eye on for Swiatek. It's the same kind of error over and over again as well. It's a lot of the time going long. So as long as Kalinskaya is able to stay steady and play her natural
15,
game, which is that
13.
flat, lower over the net shot,
Yep,
then it's enough at the moment.
absolutely. Doesn't have the same ball speed as Swiatek, but of course, a lot of that can be countered by how early you take the ball.
Backhand side.
30 all.
So many players these days are going for that inside in backhand from the middle of the court instead of taking it as a forehand, just feeling that much more comfortable and able to get some more pace on the flatter backhand.
7 winners to 2 so far in favour of Kalinskaya.
Let's for serve. Oh. 40-13.
Said, who openly said it took a few months to kind of get the communication between himself and Iga in the fashion he wanted. He was that's nice. He was, in his own words, the first almost sort of non-Polish voice that she's ever had in her ear from a coaching perspective.
Yeah, I was actually there at the first tournament that they worked at, which was the WTA finals. And it was an interesting dynamic because she would be speaking in Polish to the team. Then there would have to be a translation happening in real time as he then relayed information back to her. Connecting with that sweet spot, can I say. So it's been something that they've worked on and definitely gelling a lot more. But it does feel like in times of stress on the court that it kind of reverts back to Polish again, which is fair enough, but we definitely saw that in the last match.
Deuce.
Asking for the ball toss in front.
Advantage, Kalinskaya.
More than a hint of frustration in that return, and you can see by her reaction, it looks as though there's problems on that backhand side. Not a lot of feel right now.
Oh, it's interesting because I just caught the end of Wim's sentence. And it said started on the break points that she had to go up 2-0, and I would agree. The ball started flying at that point, and you just wonder whether she's been trying to do too much.
You had 2 of those break points.
And then errors come in and almost gets in this stubborn mentality of trying to go for more and more.
Game, Kalinskaya. Kalinskaya leads 5 games to 1. First set.
And when I've spoken to Wim Fissette in the past, we've had conversations, and he said one of the things that they want to work on is when you play someone who plays flat and who's hitting big, to slow things down, because Swiatek has that ability to go for a bit more height on the forehand, go for the topspin ball and play at her own pace. We're not seeing much of that right now.
No. Lost, of course, her last night match that she played on this court last year to Jess Pegula in the quarterfinals. It's her first of the event this year.
That's 15 love.
That's a tough stat on the second serve.
But it is when you consider when they played just 3 weeks ago, it was a completely different scenario.
30 love.
65% of second serve points that day.
But it also doesn't help that Swiatek's making less than 50% of her first serves in play. So feeling that immediate pressure.
Was an outstanding junior, was Anna Kalinskaya. A few years ago now, but certainly one of the best. Made the final of the junior French 10 years ago.
Personally, if I was lining up for a second serve and I could see my opponent inside the baseline, ready and waiting for the kick to the backhand, I'd maybe just throw in a slice. It sounds so simple. But I think you can see Kalinskaya just leaning into that return. But yet to see the change up from Swiatek.
It was a forehand that had a significant amount of penetration to it, and it's the second game on the board for the former champion, but she finds herself a long way back. So a chance for this 26-year-old to get herself a one-set lead here.
Love 15.
One trend, having a look at her results over the last couple of years, has actually been her record against the better players. Kalinskaya, she's 3-3 against the top 10 this year. Last year she was 7-2 against the top 10. That's pretty impressive.
Very impressive.
Maybe speaks to getting up for the slightly bigger matches.
30-15.
Who knows, but whatever. Iga.
You're too far on the second. Yeah, come on.
Getting some guidance and in need of it right now.
Definitely not feeling the backhand tonight. Swiping a few of these, and it sets up 2 set points for Kalinskaya. Very different from their match just a few weeks ago.
$40-13.
Not going to back down though. This was full commitment to a shot that has looked a little brittle so far.
So rare to see Swiatek off balance.
Yeah, the little slip, wasn't it? Just prior to changing direction there, cost her badly. Third set point.
Never easy.
Advantage, Kalinskaya. Deuce.
Well, you can't argue with her going for it after the previous double fault. Wanting to paint the lines to close out the first set.
Yeah, that wasn't aggressive. It was a big one, wasn't it? 93 miles an hour. A little boulder.
Advantage, Swiatek.
Kalinskaya already set for the next point. Rushing through this game.
To close this set out, and that has just given Swiatek a little bit of hope.
Oh, it looked so straightforward, didn't it? And then all of a sudden, you saw the errors creep in. It is so tough on a stage like this to close any set out.
Please find a seat at the back of the court. Thank you. Any seat for now. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Players are ready for play.
That's just given Swiatek some hope.
As balanced off that shot as she has been. Kalinskaya. Some good hustle from the world number 2.
Let's first serve.
Well, it was the same serve that Kalinskaya was expecting, but a very different result. Swiatek has just looked like she's picked up the footwork. Meanwhile, down the other end, how things have changed so quickly here. Again, Kalinskaya walking straight to the other side of the court, ready for the next point. This is maybe when you want to slow things down. Get back to the routines, take a little bit more time.
This match has been dominated by one strike tennis. The average rally length is just over 3 shots through 44 minutes here. It's been the sort of tennis throughout.
40-15.
It's been largely dominated by errors, in fairness.
And the Swiatek first serve percentage continues to drop. Down at 35% first serves in. 9 out of 26. It's probably been a while since she's been at numbers like that.
That's an important one there, though. She has... Kalinskaya's had a taste of it before. She actually beat Sloane Stephens here a few years ago in a night match.
Love 15.
5 doubles now for Kalinskaya.
Some extra height on the forehand, followed by the width. It feels safe for her, that kind of point. It feels like it's still high percentage. That's really what's been missing.
Happy there, Kalinskaya. That ball came back inadvertently back towards her. Happy with the situation she finds herself in.
(15-13).
Great look at just how flat that forehand was. Very little movement in the wrist. You could see it doesn't really break the wrist off the shot to get underneath it.
Dropped about a metre further back behind the baseline.
15-14.
Look at where she's hit that last backhand from, and it just left Swiatek with a wide open space.
Priorities on the second serve from Kalinskaya, who for a second time is unable to put the seal on this opening set. This has not, in fairness, been the prettiest of tennis so far, has it? From either player.
That's a very fair statement in my mind. Just have to look at the unforced error count. 16 now for Kalinskaya. That's compared to Swiatek's 19.
Love 15. Oh. 15-all.
Try and take that second serve return early all evening. Able to control that one.
Yeah, Kalinskaya's average return hit point for the second serve is about 3 foot inside the baseline.
indefensible. That was one of the cleanest hits of the evening.
There was some frustration behind that one.
Oh. 30-14.
Well, it's been one-way traffic for Swiatek since 5-2, or 2-5, shall I say. But a chance here for Kalinskaya to just settle in.
Some control. Kalinskaya responds. Coach likes it. She'll get a third chance to seal the deal in set one. 4 set points already as well.
That's a good start.
Any seat for now, thank you.
If you hit the ball a bit flatter, obviously when you are retreating like that, it is obviously a bit tougher to get the net clearance. Just don't get the shape. If you are that far back, she hits a fairly flat hitter, so tougher on that occasion. It's a very quick motion on the serve, doesn't she?
Very compact.
Very low ball toss.
Right in the hit point.
15-13.
Seen that a few times tonight from Kalinskaya's side of the court.
Yes, really varied the placement of the second serve, and there you can see. Sheepish look from Kalinskaya, who
15
must be rather incredulous that somehow she's not won the point from this position.
It had just enough slice to drop in.
Remarkable couple of points.
30-14.
Yeah, the player had seemingly that was in charge of it has found a way to lose it. This is incredible.
Didn't close down the net enough there, Swiatek, and also needed to stick the volley a bit more. Oh my goodness.
Advantage Swiatek.
7th double of the set.
It's more the timing.
Yeah.
When are they creeping in? Well, most of them when it's very close to the end of the set.
Not sure if she deliberately was trying to change direction there, but didn't have a whole lot of time on it, did she? He just rushed into error. It's been a pretty good pattern in this set for Kalinskaya.
Let's second serve.
Surely you just roll this in. Oh, she's rolled it in, but right into the return that Swiatek was looking for. The same backhand.
We will see is a tie break ultimately to determine who prevails. How does Kalinskaya get over this? 3 times she's had the chance.
You're still 6-all, it's okay. Come on.
Yeah, it's probably the best piece of advice you're going to get right now. How do you digest that though when you've had these chances? That's the question.
Right. Come on.
Wait, please.
Oh, she's seen it all before.
Probably been in this situation many a time herself.
These two, who's the better defender? Swiatek's movement, athleticism, far greater, you sense, than her opponent. Oh, that was some impressive off-the-ball movement. The steps she took to get up to that were extremely sharp. Ominous start to the breaker for Kalinskaya. Too many sets, I wouldn't have thought, at majors in recent times. She's played that have been over an hour. 64 minutes and counting this one. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's a break.
It's a 17.
She's not going to change the racket, but that frame's definitely gone somewhere.
5-1 Swiatek.
Have seen this at times in her career,
Yeah.
haven't we? Her spirit, her will can be dimmed. Obviously, there's been a fair bit to contend with in this set, but change of ends has come at a good time here.
Well, you wonder if that's why in those big matches she doesn't play her best tennis at times.
Yep.
So when you see the ball striking ability that we saw earlier on in the set, it's rock solid. No obvious weaknesses to her game. Yeah, that's a half-hearted return.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
The wild number 2 prevails in a set
7-6.
that was
Swiatek
not
is
without its
by
difficulty. Can she go again here? She needs to.
Perhaps this is where she's most dangerous, though, because rushing through the points, kind of having a bit of a slap at the ball.
Interesting numbers for us to digest in terms of what changed halfway through that set. Swiatek, a number of different factors, but certainly took a little bit off the ball speed just to gain a bit of control of both wings.
Let second serve.
Off the ground, that is. Forehand dropped considerably.
30-15.
It's kind of what we thought she would change earlier on in the set. Almost waited until Kalinskaya had those set points to make any changes. But the forehand speed dropping about 7 miles per hour.
30 all.
And the backhand about 5 miles per hour. But that's where Swiatek has the ability to do multiple things out there.
Big game this for Kalinskaya. Give herself a lift. Sadly, the control over the second serve is non-existent at the moment.
Well, I think this is mental more than anything else. The disappointment of losing the first.
Game Swiatek. First game,
the ball
second
to
set.
attack. Simply couldn't deliver off it. The break at the start of the second for the current world number 2. If she does win, she'll take on another player who can hit the ball pretty flat and hard. And Katerina Alexandrova, who came through today, she dominated Laura Siegemund. Katerina Alexandrova to take on the winner, and she actually beat Iga just recently. Pretty good season she's had.
Yeah, Alexandrova in previous years has been a bit hit and miss, but found some consistency in her game. Very flat hitter. Almost
Please, fantasy, thank you.
the perfect practice to play Kalinskaya tonight. Should Swiatek come through this, but it's looking a lot more promising than it was about half an hour ago.
Love 15.
Oh my goodness. When have you ever seen that from Swiatek?
Well, let's have a look at the spin on this return, because this was nasty. Let's check it out. What happened there?
It didn't look like a bad bounce.
No.
Totally misread it.
Very unusual. That will go down as one of the more unlikely return winners of the week, Robbo.
Love 14.
Swiatek not making the same mistake
15,
twice.
14.
Yeah, 6th forehand winner of the evening.
Game Kalinskaya.
Real
game more
difficult
seconds.
position in that rally again. Kalinskaya hitting the ball flat and hard as she has done throughout. Getting the immediate break back.
Not the prettiest of matches this evening.
Please find a seat at the back of the court. Thank you. Players are ready for play.
It might not be pretty, but it's certainly interesting.
15 love.
It's been such a long time since we've seen Swiatek struggle with the rhythm on the ground strokes like this. And this is not just tonight, this is in the previous match as well against Lammens. So many similar errors.
19-2 at the majors this year. Of course, the defeats she had to Madison Keys, 7-6 in the third in Australia, in one of the best matches of the season. Sabalenka, of course, beat her in the semis in the French in that runaway third set. Only requires a title in Melbourne now to complete the set and join a very elite club to have won all 4 majors. Quite as easy when you hit the ball flat, get underneath the high ones.
Deuce.
97 miles an hour, that serve. And that's part of the problem when the spot doesn't really have the raw pace off the serve, does she? Average first serve speed for Kalinskaya, just 98 miles an hour tonight. That's on the low side. Very quick change of direction, just caught the ball by surprise.
And that's what she was doing so well in the first set, being the first one to change the positioning of the ball, open up the lines. Mentally, Kalinskaya looking a lot stronger here, digging out a few of these longer rallies again.
Yeah, seems to have regrouped, isn't she?
Yeah, she's got to be telling herself. She's very much still in this match, though. Swiatek's still not looking comfortable.
Deuce.
It's the change of direction again.
That's when the ball just comes across the body, just waits to the last moment. Look at this. More backhand winners than forehand so far tonight. That is the first hold of this set. And she does seem to once again. Labor Day weekend here in the States. Crowds once again packing in. Swiatek serves 1-2.
15 love.
I think she's accidentally picked up the broken frame again.
Slam in Australia. Just reminding myself of the players that have done that in recent times. Of course, Sharapova, Serena, Steffi Graf, Martina, Chrissy Evert, Billie Jean in the Open era.
There
were a few prior to that as well. Let's not forget Margaret Court. '66 Grand Slams did Margaret Court, incredibly. Singles, doubles, and mixed.
Oh, the best serving game that Swiatek has had in quite some time.
2 games, all second sets.
Not all first serves as well. The 2 seconds that she played at 15 love and 30 love actually got her out of trouble.
USOpen.org. Stay connected by giving us a follow on all the social media channels, all the regular ones. Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Don't forget to hashtag US Open to be part of the conversation this year.
Are the kids still using Facebook?
Oh, that's a good question, Robbo.
I don't know the answer. Maybe it's come back.
Love.
Seamlessly.
18-shot rally, and you saw the extra whip up the top of the ball for the final shot.
Only the 7th time in the match they've had a Rally over 9.
I can believe it.
15-13.
Kalinskaya is not wasting any time between points. Mostly when she loses the point.
Yeah. Does possess a beautiful two-hander. She has the ability to change direction of it very nicely.
Out. 40-13.
Good front foot tennis. Very much how she likes to play. Only a couple of unseeded players in the 4th round. All of those, in fact, in the top half. One of those is a Grand Slam champion. 2 of those, in fact, are major champions. Krejcikova and Vondrousova. Unseeded here, but into the 4th round. They'll be in action tomorrow. Who's been the most impressive so far for you, Robbo, this tournament? From the players you've seen?
Oh, I might even throw in Taylor Townsend, you know. What a surprise event she's having. Always had the potential to put a run like this together, but to do it on the biggest stage up against Andreeva, the 5th seed, very, very impressive. Tough match next, though, against Krejcikova. No easy matches this stage of the draw.
Yeah, Taylor Townsend brings something extremely different to the sport, and it is a joy to watch.
There's this stubbornness to Swiatek at times, where she wants to beat players at their own game. Why not throw in a little bit of shape there, slow the pace down, get Kalinskaya out of this backhand rhythm that she's so happy to stay in.
Rhythm on the first serve is marginally improving. Start from a low base, though. Taking a little bit of pace off that one will work nicely for her.
Yeah, it was a 37% first serves in the set previously, and now we're 60% first serves in this set. That is a huge lift, and one that you can feel when you're out there too. It just changes things mentally on that +1 shot, where we know that she's really looking forward for the forehand this year. Oh,
Out.
there's been some of those too,
15
some miss
love.
hits.
Let. First serve. Love. Love.
First time of the set, she's actually got a few cheap points. Swiatek's not been able to make her play quite as much in this game. Didn't have the feel necessary there.
Kalinskaya leads 4 games to 3 second
Rare,
sets.
swift hold for Anna Kalinskaya. Yeah, Kalinskaya losing in the first round of the doubles here this year. With Castell, lost to McCartney, Kessler and Peyton Stearns, a match that Laura referenced earlier on this evening. A couple of contentious issues in it.
We love the drama. Seems like there's been a fair bit of it this US Open.
Love 15.
It was a second serve that was short of pace. And it was duly punished.
Yeah. Speed gun calling it at 76 miles per hour, but it was short up the box. Kalinskaya could have been even further up the court.
Average second serve speed, 84 for Swiatek tonight. That was up on the first serve speed. That was a good one.
She's just having to fight her way through this feeling of mistiming a few shots, not quite feeling the rhythm. And isn't it just such a funny game? Because in Cincinnati, it looks so clear. Taking advantage of the short ball.
They've been a rather short supply. Fourth of the match. Much needed as well.
That first move off the serve just looks a little less sharp tonight than what we're used to seeing from Swiatek. She's usually so quick on that first split step of the rally. Perhaps just overthinking the serve slightly. It's been an issue with the first serve percentage throughout the match. Sometimes when you're so focused on one thing, it just cuts the footwork short.
Not
easy, in fairness, from that position. Get the ball up and down. Let's have another look at this. Didn't miss by much.
That's a lovely little gift to close out the game.
Second set.
Clinging on in the rally, with the skin of her teeth, just trying to find a way to make a play, and it paid dividends.
Here, please.
Once before, as Kalinskaya made the second week of a major. That was down under last year.
Love 15.
And just has to be careful here to not let the intensity drop even more. You know, at this stage of the match, Swiatek's going to do everything to try and get returns in play. Oh, back of the line.
15 all. Later, courtesy players, please remain quiet during the point. Thank you. Oh. 30 all.
But when you're playing
30, 40.
a bit casually, it can go one of two ways. It can be dangerous and you can start ripping winners, or it can go the way it's looking for Kalinskaya right now, where it's just
Thank you. Players are ready.
too few footsteps up to the ball.
But she'll keep swinging, because that is very much her philosophy. Such a nonchalant way about her at times on court.
Advantage Swiatek.
There's been a lot of second serves that have gone long off that side. Just doesn't seemingly have the control to get the ball to drop at times. 11 doubles tonight.
You wonder, because the swing is so compact, maybe she needs to get the ball toss slightly higher. Give herself some more time to come over the top of the ball if they're all missing long.
Game Swiatek.
Could that be a decisive point?
Swiatek leads 5 against the
Number
second set. And by 1 set. Thank you, players are ready.
Not been Iga
Please.
Swiatek's best night by any stretch, but
Thank
it may
you.
be a night she finds a way to survive.
Oh. 15 left.
ineffective the next few shots. As has been the case for much of this match, just looking out of sorts. A few words there between Wim and Iga's fitness trainer.
Serve.
Disturbance from the crowd. Alison Hughes calls for the first.
Out. 15-13.
Both have hit 33 unforced errors this season. That's a very fine adjustment because Kalinskaya struck the ball deep and put the pressure on.
Yeah, huge moment, 15-30. She'll be wanting a first serve here. Definitely struggling with the ball toss tonight. It's just veering off to her right more often than not. Maybe some of that to do with playing under the lights for the first time.
Finds herself on the cusp of the fourth round. A sense of relief on the face of Iga Swiatek, who survives a challenging evening under the lights on Ashe Stadium. Took a while to find her game against an opponent who's given her some problems in the past. But the world number 2 is through in 2 competitive sets.